This is the Impala Sport. This was originally one of the first cars I owned in the Crew 1. I obviously didn't play the Crew 2, as I said before. So yeah, this is the original, I guess you could say, car that I drove in the Crew 1. I'm not entirely sure if I bought it or if it was given to me. But I distinctly remember going around loads of ghost towns in Nevada and places like that with this car. So yeah, quite an interesting car. The original car I had on the Crew 1 was either black or a dark blue, or I believe it might have been the stock colour, which for this is like a dark purple or dark red. So yeah, I didn't go for this. I obviously didn't really go for the same sort of car I had in the Crew 1. I was going to go for that blue and then this weird green colour. I'm not entirely sure what that is, seafoam. So yeah, originally I believe I had this colour, which I don't know if it looks sort of like a little bit of red in there. I'll go for the gold, I guess, or beige or whatever the colour is. As with any muscle car, you're going to get loads of hoods like this and sort of like that. And you're going to get carbon hoods as well, which, in my opinion, carbon on this sort of car just looks a bit weird. If you are going to go for the black hood, you go for something like this, not carbon really. It's just a personal taste really. I don't really like the carbon that much on cars like this anyway. And there's the blowers as well, which I discovered something weird about the blowers. You can sort of see it there, but you see it when it's on the carbon here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but yeah, as you can see, there's sort of weird artifacting, or I guess shadow or something. I believe it's probably something to do with the 3D model they use. It's just acting weird. So I didn't go for any of these, by the way. I was going to go for the open sort of headers, I suppose, but I just went for something like this instead. I'm not going to go overboard with this like I did in the Crew 1, because in the Crew 1 I put loads of, I guess you could say, time attack sort of stuff on it, which you see later. I didn't go for that. In the end, I just went for like a normal sort of looking build, really. So yeah, that's all the time attack stuff there and that, which I find it a bit weird on this sort of car, really. It's interesting, but it's just weird in my opinion. I'd go for this grille in the end, or this front bumper even. I'm not entirely sure if those lights would actually work. And obviously there's a wide body kit for this car. I didn't go for it. I do quite like the look of it, but I didn't go for it in the end. It's not the style of build really. And for rims, originally I was going to go for big sort of rims on it, like you see sometimes where they have like massive rims on it. I believe they're called donks. I'm not entirely sure about that. DONKS. I honestly have no idea about that sort of subculture. I know there's like a whole subculture, so I don't really want to go into it because I don't really want to offend anyone or anything like that. So I'll just go, and in the end I'll just go for these sort of wheels. They look quite nice. As I said before, the rim selection in this game is quite bad and you can't paint them, so you're limited. So I'll just go for the stock rims, as I do on most cars really. And there's the side skirts as well, loads of exhausts in this one. I'm not entirely sure if you could get rid of the exhausts at the back. It seems a bit weird to have multiple exhausts exiting everywhere. And here is the wide body kit for the rear. Again, I didn't put this on, it's not really the style of the build, so I decided against it. And yeah, here's the wings as well, carbon, which I don't really like. And yeah, there's the drag wing. I honestly don't know why they've put a drag wing on a car that's not a drag sort of racing car. Seems a bit weird. Originally, I actually had that on the Crew 1 as well, I believe. I put it on the car. The car on the Crew 1 was quite different as well. I believe I had the side exit exhausts as well, which probably added to the weirdness. I guess you could say I was going for a sort of 1970s or 80s styled muscle car, the one you sort of see in films sometimes from that era and stuff like that, which, yeah, I believe I pulled it off quite good actually. And for the interiors, I think I'll just choose brown in the end. So yeah, I don't like how the menus in this game are quite a bit annoying, to be honest. Yeah, there's the sort of weird brown. Do I actually choose it or not? I can't remember. So yeah, I was going through all this. I wish there was like more interior options. Oh no, don't choose it. So yeah, for tyres as well, I was struggled with tyres really. In the end, I believe I go for those, which are from the Liberty Walk playlist. I honestly don't know why they've included those in the Liberty Walk playlist. I would have thought they'd added stretched tyres, really, in my opinion. But yeah, I was debating whether to go for these or the ones with writing on them. In the end, I'll just go for this. It fits the theme of the build, I suppose. I wish you could like change the lettering on the tyres. And for other vanity items, I'll just choose anything really. I did go for the Donut Media window tint. There's the one from the Liberty Walk kit, or the Liberty Walk whatever playlist. I don't know why I said kit there. So yeah, I'll just go for this. It just looks old really. I also unlocked the American Dream kit, so I decided to put that on. It's an American car, so obviously it fits. When I tested it, it just made the car sound more aggressive. I haven't tried it on any other muscle car or American vehicles yet, so... So yeah, this is the American Dream kit. I'm not entirely sure if it adds or sort of changes the tone or whatever to the vehicle, but it sounds okay. It makes it sound more aggressive in my opinion, and yeah, it seems quite interesting. I don't really own any other muscle cars to put it on really, except for modern ones. I wonder what happens if you put it on a non-American car. That might be interesting.